All right, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with some UFC news. So, Alexa Grasso is out of her fight against Rose Namajunas at UFC 324. That goes down January 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada. However, Rose still has a fight. Stepping in to replace Grasso will be number 2 ranked Natalia Silva. Silva will be taking on the number 6 ranked Namajunas on, I want to say fairly short notice, but it's not like this fight was announced all that long ago. It was like maybe a week or two ago this fight was announced. So, should be plenty of time. I mean, the fight's over a month away. Should be plenty of time to get in some training to take on Namajunas. But this is going to be a very, very interesting fight of very rangy strikers, I should say. And it's going to be good. And, I've seen some people complaining about this one. But I'm going to address that in a minute here. Before we get into the stats, please, if you can, take a moment, hit that like button. It really helps the video get some traction. So, looking at the stats on this one, Natalia Silva coming in at 19-5-1. Thug Rose Namajunas coming in at 14-7. Silva has not lost since before entering the UFC. In her last 3 bouts, she picked up a decision against Viviane Araújo just over a year ago, defeated Jessica Andrade via decision, and then most recently, a little over 6 months ago, defeated Alexa Grasso via decision. Rose Namajunas, bit of mixed results in the last 3 fights. About a year and 4 months ago, defeated Tracy Cortez via decision. Dropped a decision to Erin Blanchfield. Very competitive, fun fight though. Blanchfield just took over as the fight went on. But most recently, Rose bounced back with a decision win over Miranda Maverick. That was about 5 months ago. Silva is the younger fighter, 28-33. Rose Namajunas slightly taller at 5'5", 165 centimeters to 5'4", 163 centimeters for Silva. Reach is identical, 65 inches, 165 centimeters. So they're basically the same size. So as I was saying, this would be, honestly, I like this fight better than I like Grasso versus Namajunas. I like Silva versus Namajunas. You got kicker versus a jabber. Silva doesn't really throw jabs. She prefers to throw a lot with her kicks. Stays on the back foot, and counters a lot, uses those kicks to counter. Namajunas is a very front foot heavy fighter. Leads with her jab, really good jab at range. I mean, she's honestly has one of the best jabs, I would say, in the women's divisions today. I don't often say a lot of nice things about Namajunas. I've just never been a big fan of hers, but her jab, when she can put it to work, she does some good damage with it. I think it's just going to come down to, who can implement their game plan better. Both are very striker focused. Silva's going to have to throw a lot of kicks and keep Rose out of range. But then, at the same time, that's where Rose does her best work, is kicking at range. Neither fighter likes to work too much on the inside, from what I've seen. Honestly, Namajunas is at her weakest on the inside. The clinch especially has been her weak point. Don't get to see too much of Natalia Silva's ground game since she's been in the UFC. I'm sure she's no slouch. Namajunas really does good in the intervals, in the transitions, in the sweeps. In those transition phases between disciplines. That's when she does a lot of her best work. So that part will be interesting as well. Now, I was mentioning, a lot of people don't like this fight for Silva. They think she's risking entirely too much because she should be the next in line for the title. Well, she hasn't fought since, let me see, I want to say May. Yeah, she hasn't fought since the Grasso fight back in May. So June, July, August, September, October, November. Now we're in December. 7 months. She's already sitting out for 7 months. Shevchenko's probably not going to fight before May anyway. So what is she supposed to do? Sit out over a year and collect rust? I mean, she's been fighting before this year. She's been fighting steadily twice a year since 2022. Now, she sat out 2020 and 2021, made her debut in the UFC in 2022, picked up 2 wins that year, 2 wins in 2023, 2 wins in 2024, and only fought once in 2025. Is she supposed to sit out a year and collect rust? That's bad. Like, you do not want to be going in to a fight against Valentina Shevchenko with a year of ring rust. You're just playing right into Shevchenko's hands right then. And another thing I want to say, like, listen, if Silva is all that she is hyped up to be, now she did beat one of my favorites in Grasso, so I won't slouch her there. But she has been facing mostly over the hill or type of fighters that are on their way out. I mean, 2 of her opponents, no, I'm sorry, 3 of the 3 of the 7 fighters that she's fought in the UFC are no longer in the UFC. Victoria Leonardo, Andrea Lee, and Viviera Ujo. That's 3 straight opponents in a row that she fought between 2023 and 2024 that are no longer in the UFC. So she's had a very easy road to the title up until the Grasso fight. And Jessica Andrade, she just shows up to collect a paycheck anymore. So up until the Grasso fight, she hasn't really had like a good high-level caliber opponent in the current day. Now, Namajunas isn't quite what she was at strawweight, but she's still very dangerous. So if Silva is all that she is hyped up to be, then this fight against Rose shouldn't be a problem for her. So I'd say, yeah, it's time for her to prove that she really does belong in that title picture by beating more than just one high-level opponent in Grasso. Beat Namajunas, show you belong, and then when Shevchenko's ready to come back, boom, she's ready for you. Or Silva will be ready for her. I don't see what the big deal is about this fight. Like, does it have the potential to be a banana peel? Sure. Rose is a tough fighter. But if Silva is what everyone is saying she is, then she should win. Just saying. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Silva versus Namajunas goes down UFC 324 on January 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for watching WMAC Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.